is great, y'all. Happy 2025, first and foremost. We are so glad to be here, be back, but we were just saying before we press record that we don't want to talk about too much about where we've been, what's been going on, and why we haven't been here so much. We're just so excited for a new year. We did say last time we saw you, although it was some time ago, that we're back and we're not going anywhere. So
still here to thrive.
Super
it's so
excited.
glad to be back with you guys. First of all, we still look good and different. Well, we look good, but some of us have grown, and then all this other stuff. So it's glad to be back on the screen. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, it has been forever. It feels like it has been. But yes, happy 2025. We're so glad to be here. And we just want to welcome you guys. If you are new here, and if you're true here, you've been here for a while, you're not new to this thing, we welcome you back, Vibe Tribe. It's so good to be here. I can't say it enough. This is season 4, episode 1 of The Real Talk with Kas
and Kai.
Okay,
so we're so glad to be back, you guys, and today's episode is going to be titled Welcome 2025.
And all the things. All the things.
So on today's agenda, basically we're just gonna talk about what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of things. I want to say that, it's very general, this welcome back episode, season 4, episode 1, just welcoming 2025, all the things, right? We can say it, guys. 2025 came in with a bang. She is here. She is ready. She's not holding anything back. So much like 2025, that's how we want to show up this year. And just kind of wanted to do like a mental health check-in with everybody because we're in the States. We actually have a large amount of followers from Europe, specifically the UK, and even a couple I saw from Africa when I was going through like the
statistics.
Yeah, the statistics and the wrap up for last year, 2024. So, but again, we're in the States, and so if you guys are, we're just sending you much love and a virtual hug here, because
especially to what's going on in LA as far as the fires.
Yeah, so we're in SoCal.
We'll make sure to tag some sites that you can go ahead and
if
you feel like donating, thank you.
Donating, even resources, if you or anyone is in need.
Anything helps. So prayers go out to anybody in LA. We're just very blessed and fortunate to be back with you guys, and thank you to the ones that have stuck with us no matter the breaks that we've taken. We truly do appreciate every single one of you guys and the opportunities that we have and that are still coming and everything. So just to get it started, 2025 came in with a little kick, as if I would say. Half of the world is currently in snow, ice, freezing temperatures. Then the other half is just on fire, literally on fire, no pun intended. And it's just like, why? All of a sudden, it's like, who's behind all of this when you really think about it,
Right. Yeah.
So
definitely.
And it ties into a whole bunch of things when you start like thinking about it. You're like, and then we have a new president in the office. So that's a whole nother thing.
It's something that I think about a lot with having a podcast, is like, and I think I know I've mentioned it before, is like how much is too much that you want to talk about, right? Especially because they say like you're not supposed to talk about politics and religion and things like that, things that can tend to like shift a room or a conversation, right? And it can be kind of uncomfortable. So politics, I definitely don't want to say anything bad about our president, no matter who he or she is, because that is quite a role to fulfill. So, no judgment. We just listen and don't judge. There.
You just smile. You just gotta smile on.
I guess a good way to respond to it without going too deep into it, right, is that we're humans. I am for humans. I am for all human lives in that way, that I just think that it is so true, that saying, live and let live. Ultimately, if you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, I think that there are worse things, and that you should be able to decide and be able to do those things. So
yeah, there's bigger and better things that we need to worry about instead of this stuff that's already,
some things that are happening
so
right now. So
yeah, but just to move forward, one of the topics we wanted to talk about today is Nepo babies and AI taking over the world predominantly.
Yeah, that's really good. So let's talk about the first one. That is the rise of AI in creative industries. So I would say that this would be like a creative industry, right? Social media, influencing, podcasts, any type of arts too, right? In the creative industry. So that could be a lot of things, right? We want to reflect on how like creativity was once entirely human driven, and also like any concerns that you guys might have, or that we might hear celebrities even having, about AI replacing artists, writers, and other creatives. That's good.
Yeah, that just hits
Because
me on
like
the spot, because when you think about it, it's like everything in technology right now is already getting taken over. Like we have Chat AI, we have CB, what is it, Chat GPT, and then we have Tesla coming out with Tesla robots that are like, literally, they don't look like humans, but they're like basically just taking over. Like,
I even saw babies, the robot babies.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he wants to. Same creator as the Tesla robots. They are testing and creating AI babies. So
that don't make no sense, because
their argument is doing that really helps with people, for people who can't have children naturally, right? So essentially a robot would give birth to an AI baby, like a surrogate. So very interesting. So like things like that. I mean, the topic
when is too much, because I'm sorry, that's just weird. I'm sorry. Why like, I get it, like back in school, like when you have the fake baby and pretend it's like your real baby, but like to have like a robot playing as if like, I just think about it like a robot doesn't have no human mind to think about, like
no
it's
feeling,
being controlled,
right?
So it's like that thing can go haywire real quick if it really wanted to, and it didn't like something you did. So I just think about like all those movies where it's like Megan, or like who else, Toy Story, like that one, like it's just like stuff like that. I don't think like I couldn't see myself being, I couldn't see like my cousin, for instance, couldn't have a baby and then pops out with a whole robot kid, and I'm not gonna be like, that's my cousin. No, that don't make no sense.
I feel that, like, and that's the whole thing, like saying, how does AI, how could it potentially like just take out or eradicate like human interaction and creativity? And I'm like, it's just that, right? Like humans, that's what makes creativity so awesome and so cool, because you can see it through different humans' expression and different humans' point of view. Now, if you take humans out of that, and creativity is only created through a robot, through something that is like pre-programmed, essentially, right? And you're taking that human touch out of it, which
something that has a battery in it.
Right, which I think is what makes creativity so cool, is because it is a human. There's so many different ways you can create it and receive it, and you can see the same thing, so many times, and it'll hit you differently. So I think that's a really good point. I use AI chat GPT for a lot of things in my business, in my life, even with school, right? Even our podcast. I sometimes, what we know is like writer's block. I have it when I'm trying to think of like creative content, right?
We all do.
Yeah, so in those ways, I think chat GPT is amazing, bar none. When you're having that mental block, like it just comes through. It's so clutch. But having it like produce babies
it's the extra
and
stuff.
like
It's the
all
extra
the
stuff
extra
behind
stuff.
it.
That's
like
the too
Apple's
much
getting
part.
sued for the Siri thing because Siri B.
Yeah, that's scary, and it just proves how like I know you guys have heard where like people have been like, or it's probably even happened to you because I know it's happened to me where you're like, oh man, like, oh, like a camo's coming back. Like I want to get me like some camo pants or something,
when you think of something and then it just randomly comes up on your.
Then you open up your Instagram or your TikTok and there's those camo pants. You're like, what? Like that's crazy.
Like, I was just thinking.
It just confirms that, right? What else about that? So basically, like the question is in regards to AI. Is AI in creative industries a help or a threat to originality?
We'll let you guys answer that.
Well, obviously we said it.
We said our answer,
it's
so we're gonna let you guys answer that. So in the comments or in the Spotify comments, you guys let us know. Mom, repeat the question one more time.
Yes. Is AI in creative industries a help or a threat to originality?
Period.
Okay.
So we'll leave it right there.
Right. And then also about that, if you guys want to just like chime into it, how do you feel about AI being used in music, art, and writing? Oh, that's good. I'm glad we said that because when I first mentioned this topic, I was going to say ghostwriters, right? Ghostwriters are so important. So many classic record-breaking hits that we know of had a ghostwriter, right? Which was the human touch, which was most times with music specifically, because I come from a musical background. I've been in choir, I've written music, things like that. Like typically, the best writing is from people's experiences, right? Like, like the love songs and things like that is because it evokes emotion, right? So that obviously comes from a human. So ghostwriting is a huge thing in the music industry. If we take out ghostwriters and put that into AI, I think it would come with some really good like hooks and things like that, like very catchy hooks and things that we love like nowadays, like because honestly I think music through the generations, or like specifically for my generation even to yours guys, like it's become so much simpler. So in that way AI could help, but I don't think that musically or really in any creative outlet removing human touch and interaction would be good.
She literally said it perfectly.
So that was part 2 of that. Anyways, let us know. You guys tap in. Let's talk about it,
please.
And really, it's very interesting to me because you can see how the world is going with technology, and there's so many great things. Like
and
even
different perspectives.
Yeah, even with I think about it all the time when you see the news, and obviously, especially with recent news, right? We can see that when people have said things like media is very one-sided, they kind of tell us what they want us to know. We can see the truth in that, right? And it's also no wonder maybe why TikTok is always on the chopping block to potentially get banned, because
and it did for
that's
14
my
hours.
News, okay?
It for sure did for 14 hours.
Right.
I was kind of going through a little withdrawal because TikTok is it's a part of my daily life. No offense to nobody that doesn't use it. I feel bad for the people that accidentally deleted it thinking that it wasn't going to come back, and now you can't even download it at all. So I feel bad. I'm sorry, you guys, but
yeah,
I needed it. And it was a stupid thing. It's like, why are we deleting TikTok just because, like, that don't make no sense.
I mean, I think it's a control thing, right? I mean,
Oh,
it just boils down. It's like, why do we do a lot of things that are very unnecessary? It just, when there's no good reason, it's like the only reason could be just simply to control, just simply because you can. And that's the abuse of power that we're talking about. So let's get into the second topic.
Nepo babies. Nepo babies.
Right?
I honestly think I don't have no problems with Nepo babies.
Celebrity parents and Nepo babies. So first, because when I mentioned this, I actually was just, again, I am actually using ChatGPT right now. So these are some viral topics that people are interested in, right? And so when I was scrolling through it, it's celebrity parents and Nepo babies. I was like, what? I think I said Nepo because, like, I had never even heard of it. So Kai had to tell me what it was. So he's like, oh, so, like, Kim Kardashian and Yeezy's baby girl North, right? I think that they have a few children, but that's the one that, like, I know and, like, most people know because they see her on social media. So he was like, she would be a Nepo baby.
Yeah, so, like, for example, Janae
Blue Ivy.
Yeah, Blue Ivy, she's a Nepo baby. Janae Aiko's daughter, she's a Nepo baby.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many examples. I just think when it comes to a Nepo baby, I think it's about how the kids, you know, show up as themselves. Because it's like, you don't, like, for instance, if my mom was famous, I wouldn't want to be known as, like, of course everybody's going to know me as Casimir's kid because she's famous. But also, at the same time, I would want to, you know, embark on my own journey and have my own name. So, you know, it's like, I feel like they should, you know,
right. So
kind of make an own name for themselves.
Right.
Like Alabama
true. Or Barker. Alabama Barker.
Yeah, her name.
Travis Barker from the drummer from Blink 182.
And also the married to Kourtney Kardashian.
Right.
So. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I mean, we obviously can just speculate or just really just share what we would do in that situation if it were us, because obviously we're not famous, so we don't know, right?
No. But we will one day, best believe.
That's right. Absolutely. And there's some of you guys out there too. So, what I was going to say is that is very true on one side of the coin. I'm sure that they want to make a name for themselves. And actually, in recent news, I saw an interview, and it was in the news that Portia de Rossi is publicly divorcing from Ellen DeGeneres. They've been married for like 15 years, right? So, like, even from my generation, like, LGBTQ, like, lesbian marriage representation, like, they were that couple. So one of the things that Portia had said is that she just got tired of living in the shadow of Ellen, right? And she just is at a point where obviously there were some irreconcilable differences if they're getting a divorce in general, but she was just saying a large part of that is wanting to break off and create a name for herself, right? To come from behind the shadow of being Portia de Rossi, Ellen's wife, or attached to Ellen's name. So that kind of ties into what you were saying as far as like North or these other Nepo babies, right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like,
I don't think there's really nothing bad with being a Nepo baby.
No, I don't think there's anything bad about
I think you're just born into it.
I think there's so many worse things that could happen. I don't think it even crosses their mind.
Storm, Kylie's kid, literally viral. She's a viral kid.
Yeah, I don't think it probably crosses their mind that they're like, this is bad, or like, or poor me or anything. But I think that like, as much as they want to create a name for themselves, it's kind of like, but at the same time, at the same time, you'll always be your parents' child, you know. So and you'll always be known for being your famous parent's child, right? So
Yeah.
that also kind of does make your name. As much as you want to recreate and get away from that, it also is kind of what makes you you too. So I'm like, either way, I think it's a good problem to have. I wouldn't mind having it myself. So
I wouldn't be mad. I would love to be a Nepo baby if I could.
Yeah, so tell us what you guys think. There's some kind of like prompts and questions.
Yeah, so like for instance, a question we want you guys to ask is, do celebrity kids have an unfair advantage, or is it just the part of the game? And then also, do you think Nepo babies deserve the criticism they get? Honestly, I don't think they do.
I don't think they deserve
I just
it,
think,
but
I
that's
think,
how
I think
people
it kind of
are
depends on who,
now.
I think it kind of depends on who the parent is as a person to them. Yeah, it kind of depends on the celebrity, aka the parent, and how they are perceived as in the media, or as in like what
Yeah,
they do.
and that's how people are going to perceive them. I don't think that they deserve it. I think it's kind of sad, but it is very true that that is the way of the current culture. We're very quick to judge. We don't just listen and not judge. It is definitely cancel culture. I think cancel culture has gotten a lot better in recent years, because from people who have been canceled, it's nothing nice, and how quickly it can turn is nothing nice, and we see that happen all the time. So one thing is everything. It's kind of like we opened up and we kind of touched on, we're obviously talking about current news, current events and topics, and bringing that into a collective kind of space so that we all can talk about it, and still be so respectful and not want to make anybody uncomfortable about our personal preferences or beliefs regarding religion, sex, politics, and things like that. But I did say that, just from a general point, we're just pro-life. Let live and let live, and live your best life. Like, why is it we've come so far to not be able to do those things and to still tear each other down and backbite and things like that? So
so
no bueno.
Basically, just a way to end this episode, our first episode back with you guys, is we wanted to make a segment called Update. Basically we're just gonna say whatever we want, no matter if it's an update with us, no matter if it's an update in the media. So like for instance, for us, we have in May, well, first of all, my birthday is coming up April, just saying. I'll be turning 22. So yeah, I'll be turning 22. My brother turns 14, which is crazy. And then also in May, we are going to go see Flo in LA. This time we're actually gonna vlog it. This time I actually do want to vlog it and like show you guys a little bit of the.
Oh, you heard it here first.
You guys.
So we gotta hold him to it.
Yeah,
I need you guys' help
and everything.
I need.
So this time with Flo, this is gonna be our 4th time seeing them. I'm a big Flo fan, hands down. Love them.
I'm a big Flo fan
I love
too.
them no matter what. After they performed in, they were in the opener for Kehlani. They did amazing. I went to the after party. Me and my mom did. We took. I have a vinyl signed by them. I'm gonna get another one signed by them again. And yeah, this time we got the VIP early entry.
I guess we can kind of say part of the reason why the last time we saw you was July of 2024. 2024, while we did have a lot of ebbs and flows, a lot of ins and a lot of outs, right? We were concert girlies. I know I had said personally at the beginning of 2024 or going into 2024, I want to be in my concert era. We had hit a few in 2023, which I was just like, that's the type of thing I'm trying to be doing like all the time in 2024. And we did. I said I wanted to see my girls, Janae Aiko.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to see my girl Kehlani Bailani from the Bay, my sister from the Bay, and I had to see my sister from our good motherland, Thames. and we saw all of them.
Yeah, Thames reposted us on her story.
She sure did.
We almost were like front row to Kailani, but yeah, that's anyways. Yeah, for Janae, it was an amazing time. She looked good. She sang amazingly, and yeah,
All the girls put on a show. Like, it was just so good. I would do it again. I cannot wait. I need them. I know Tim's and Kailani specifically actually did world tours. I think Tim's just finished, and Kailani is currently in Europe.
She's about to be done.
And she's gonna be done. So I know the girls are probably gonna have a couple seats for a little while. But as soon as they stand back up and they release that new tour, I'm there. It was amazing. Follow us on our socials. The Real Talk with Kas and Kai podcast. You'll find us on all platforms.
Our personal ones too.
Yeah, but definitely follow our page. We're gonna be linking like a lot more of like vlog stuff too. We're gonna keep on what we've been doing in 2024, which ended up being a huge success for us, was recording our podcast episodes and doing our little shorts and things like that. We got a lot of viral trending dances and skits and things like that we're gonna get into, so we're super excited. Like we said, we were down, we were out, but we're never quitting this thing. So Vibe Tribe, we absolutely love you. Anything else that you wanted to say? I kind of like, sorry, I'm older, so I gotta spit it out when it comes before I lose it, because it'll be here 1 second and gone the next.
No, just I feel very blessed to be. Sometimes I feel like I be on FaceTime with you guys sometimes. I'm just very happy to be back, as Kas and Kai and everything. We just want you guys to be along for the ride and just have fun with us.
Same.
We're just two people, a mom and her kid. We're just doing our thing, and we're just bringing you guys along with us. At the end of the day, exactly. So we just want you to guys make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, follow.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. We back. We not going nowhere. It's up. It's stuck. Upper and upper 2025 and beyond. Vibe Tribe, you already know what it is. We're locked in. Ain't no switching up. We're super excited. So also, y'all, we left some homework for y'all, some questions. We want to know what y'all think. We want to talk about it.
We'll try to make sure you guys see the questions so you guys can answer it. If you don't want to put it on any socials, you can literally just DM us and maybe
we can add that to like our community tab or something, or all the cool interactive stuff that they have on IG and TikTok and things like that. But y'all just promise that you're gonna tap in and let's talk about it, right? So aside from the things that we dropped that we want to hear about from this episode, your perspectives, your opinions.
Yeah, go back and listen to our old episodes just so you guys can
listen to old ones.
Start from the beginning so you guys can really get a gist of who we are. And
let us know what you guys want to talk about, what y'all want to hear, and really what you guys think about stuff. So we're open.
So just to let you guys know, the schedule is going to be, we will have the episodes on Spotify posted Sunday nights, and then the following day on Monday is when you'll see the actual video version on YouTube of us talking on the episode.
Yeah, and also we will schedule some lives like we had before episods on Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So
and then we'll also be posting TikToks throughout the week. So just make sure, we'll be posting shorts, TikTok, reels. Just make sure you guys tap in throughout the week. We'll be here. And just plain and simple. So, you guys,
stay tuned.
It's been real.
It feels so good to be back. I was actually like a little bit nervous, but it feels so good
to
be back. It feels like no time has passed, and I am super geeked about all the things to come. Best to you guys, despite what's going on in the world. I hope and I pray that you guys are blessed, that you are living your life to the max, and big love. Tell a friend to tell a friend to join the Vibe Tribe. Vibe Tribe to the world.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
So it's been real. The Real Talk with
Cass.
and Kai. And we'll see you on the next one. See y'all later.
Till
Bye.
next time. Bye.